All right, so we are on our second dough tray, and we've almost done seven pizzas from that tray. Yeah, so I have been telling this for a while that I'll be creating an introductory video wherein I share who I am, like who's the peddler, and basically how I got into this pizza business, how the interest developed. So, hi, my name is Kedar Bedekar, and I'm the owner and pizza chef at Pizza Pedlar. Now, this journey, of pizza making and getting into this business, it started back in India. So, back in India, I did my masters in banking insurance. I was working at Nielsen IQ as a data processing specialist. Then I worked for another US-based, US-based company. It was a cybersecurity company when I was working as a marketing data analyst. And then I decided to come to Canada. So I came here in 2022, December 22. I pursued my postgraduate certificate degree in business analysis, and even got a job during my second semester. I was working for this company, and then 2024, September 24 is when my contract ended, and then I was actually looking for work. So that's when this idea started taking shape. And as I said, the journey started back in India. So I was working at my paternal uncle's pizza shop. They had a franchise business. It was called Laziz Pizza, and I was working there as it was my first part-time gig back in India. I was working there as a pizza chef. It was fun. We were making fresh dough there as well, and that was the whole USP of that franchise, Laziz Pizza. And the pizzas were amazing. Obviously they were not we cannot compare the Neapolitan Style with those. They were totally different style. How we were stretching those pizzas was quite amazing. We were using rolling pins to stretch those pizzas, kind of Roman style. So yeah, that was the first time basically when I was introduced to pizza making and baking. And then when I came to Canada during my college days, I was working at multiple restaurants, and these restaurants, majority of them were pizzerias. So the first one was Cowabunga Pizzeria in Hamilton. I was working there as a prep chef. It was fun, all the I would say all the learnings in terms of how to prep for pizza, or what all topping goes on which, something like that, like all those things I learned at Cowabunga. They were making their own dough. I was a prep chef. In the morning I used to go there, prep for cheese, make the dough, tomato sauce and everything. Their style was different. They were they do a mixture of Neapolitan and New York style pizza, but they're amazing. They in 2023 they won the world's best cheese slice award as well, and it was great. It was great working at Cowabunga. Then I was working at Eastside Mario's. Even I worked there on pizza station. And then there was Industrial Pizzeria in Hamilton, where I was working again as a pizza chef, prep chef and pizza chef. So that's like, these were a few pizzerias where I worked, and where the basically the interest where the pizza making interest developed. And I started diving deep into how pizza is made, what types of pizzas are currently, like the deep dish. There is New York style, Neapolitan style, Roman style. There are multiple styles of pizzas people make. And Neapolitan style was something that stood out to me, because it was something which is considered as the the original pizza, like original, or I would say the authentic, the one that originated from Italy. Thank you so much. Thanks for that. Thanks. So yeah, one of the vendors just gave me the strawberry it's a quencher basically, strawberry basil. It's amazing. So yeah. So yeah, I was talking about the pizzas, right? The Neapolitan style. So the Neapolitan style, stood out to me because like the first thing was originated in Italy, Naples, and they have the whole guideline, on how to make a classic Neapolitan style pizza. And I wanted to master it. I'm still mastering. I won't say that I know everything about Neapolitan pizza, but I have done a lot of research in how the dough is, how the dough should look like, what are the steps in making the pizza and everything. So I read a lot about Neapolitan style pizza, the AVPN guidelines. The AVPN guideline, basically AVPN is an association in Italy. They govern the Neapolitan style pizza. So across the world there are AVPN approved pizzerias. They make authentic Neapolitan style pizzas as per the AVPN guideline. So I read that guidelines. Hello.
We're doing the same thing. Go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, so I just had a pizza order. Yeah. So I was talking about the AVPN guidelines, right? So there are pizzerias across the world, that follow the strict AVPN guidelines, and they have been approved by AVPN, and they have that stamp of being certified by that association. AVPN, just to give you a brief, it's an association that recognizes true Neapolitan pizzas. So they have right from what cheese to be should be used, what how the dough is to be made, what are the steps in the dough, in making the dough, everything, right from the cheese to dough, how to bake it, what type of oven to use, everything is given in that. So yeah, and because of this strict guidelines and everything, I wanted to master it. I wanted to dive deep into this art of pizza making, and Neapolitan is the one that I chose. So that was a brief about how I came into the pizza business. I talked about my job that I was working here in Canada. 2024 September 2024 is when the contract ended, and then since then I was looking for my field job. And then there came a time I thought to myself, instead of working for someone else, when you believe your passion, when you are confident in what you're doing, and something, more about something, I would say, compared to others, and you can execute it. So I thought, why not give it a try? Let's go all in. And that was my the turning point in 2025. Just last year, July 25, 21st July 2025, I registered my business. And in between that period, I was working multiple jobs. Like I did last summer, I was working as a cube van driver. Now this thing, it's funny because it was always on my bucket list. I always wanted to drive a truck. I wanted to I wanted to experience like how it feels driving a truck, how the world looks from that height and from that perspective. It was fun. I enjoyed that job. Worked whole summer as a cube van driver, and then in July I registered the business and started taking catering orders. The first catering order that I got was for August 25. It was in August 25, and it was for a wedding. It was a wedding party. It was a pre-wedding party, and those guys, I would say, I'm really lucky. They gave us that opportunity to cater in their pre-wedding party. Hello. Hi. And that was the first catering event that we did. We made almost 55 pizzas for that first catering, and then things started to take off from there. We did the Brampton Fall Fest, multiple other events. Hello. Yeah. So there were back-to-back orders. I was making pizzas. We're talking about my journey, how being a cube van driver was on my bucket list and everything. Even about the pizza, the Neapolitan style pizza. So I worked multiple jobs during that period after September 24, and then I took took the step of registering my business in July last year, 2025. 21st July 2025 was the date when I registered my business, and since then, as I said, I got orders. My catering order, the first one that I did, a pre-wedding party, was amazing. 55 pizzas, 2 hours, back-to-back pizzas. There was a lot of learning from that, first catering that I did. So after that, I did the Brampton Fall Fest. I did the markets in New Market. There was one that I did in Milton. So yeah, I did lots of markets and then got good response. So this year I've planned to focus more on good markets. Obviously you cannot you cannot tell how a market will go, or how exactly the sales will look like after registering, but it's a hit and a miss, but you have to take the chance. So I'm here with Street Eats Market this year, and it's been going great. So I never planned, that I'll be opening up a business in Canada. I was here purely for to get a field job, because back in India I was working as a data person specialist, as I said, working in the data industry, IT and data, and it was going great. But I always had this inclination towards cooking. I started cooking at the age of I guess 14 or 15. The first time my mom and dad, they went for a summer vacation. I was left home, like they left me home because I was at home. The reason being, I had my 10th exams, as well as I was playing cricket at that time. So pizza making was never on my list. But cooking was like, I always had a dream of working or opening a restaurant and making. Yeah, so I always wanted to do something in the restaurant business, and in Canada I never thought of it. I never thought about it. So situations were such that I had to take the step, and I finally registered the business. And now I'm planning to take it bigger. Slowly and gradually we'll even think of brick and mortar in the future. But yeah, I was a data professional back in India. I was working with data, working with numbers. I loved that job as well, working as a marketing data analyst. I worked for MNCs. The most recent one that I was working was Principal Financial Group, and I was working there as a marketing data analyst till September, and then the contract ended and all the things that happened after that. But one thing that I've learned, coming to Canada, you should try everything. You should try everything. It's just one life, baby. That's how they say it. So it's just one life. Try everything and give your best. So that has been my Hi. That has been my motivator here. And if you're trying something, go all in. There's no looking back. So even currently I just work part-time in Walmart, just to manage the finances, and then full-time I'm focused on pizza making, on my caterings, on markets. It'll be 5 more minutes.
Sorry?
It'll be 5 more minutes.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry for that.
Is that mango?
Oh yeah.
That's mine.
Yeah. Oh,
Menu पर बनाया था ना?
One. Này, thì muốn ăn cái pepperoni thế này. Okay. So yeah, go all in, give it 100%, and that has been my philosophy. And do things, master it, like master the process, be process oriented, process driven. That's what I follow while I'm making pizzas as well. And yeah, it helps. If you have a process in mind, it will help you a lot. The dough has gone into fermentation for, it has been sitting for 24 hours now, more than 24 hours. 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. last, yesterday basically, 3 p.m. yesterday I made the dough, first batch. Second batch got done around 4 p.m. Also we're down 3 dough trays, that is 45 pizzas. Already done 45. But no.
Yes. Try to.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Sure. Give us 10 minutes.
Hello, so we are done for the day. We did almost four dough trays, which is 60 pizzas. We still have 30 left, I guess, 30 pizzas left. We prepped more, not 30 exactly, I would say 15. Yeah, 15 and another 10, 25 something. Yeah, 25 pizzas left. So it was good. Like today we didn't this was the only Saturday which went well, because all the other Saturdays either it rained, the weather was not too great, either it was cold or it rained. And today it was sunny, it was really nice, and people did show up, so it was really good for us. And we did almost, as I said, 4 dough trays, 60 pizzas, which is good. And apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the entire video, and that was my story basically. That was my story from data to dough, how I started in the field of data and came to Canada. Learned about pizza making, researched a lot about pizza making, Neapolitan pizza, their guidelines, and finally here I am, making pizzas every Saturday and Sunday for markets, for caterings, and it's going great. That's my journey. If you liked it, if you liked the video, do leave a comment. What next you want me to make vlog about, like what next vlog should I make basically, or any specific topic that you want me to share, anything, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel, like, share and subscribe to this channel. It helps me a lot, and so that I can make regular videos for you guys. So yeah, that's all from today, like from Saturday. Tomorrow we'll be here again, Sunday, last day at Evergreen Brickworks, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I'll bring you directly to the market tomorrow.